Sliders.
Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Friday, June 2nd, 2023, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App, $ORION-NWSF, or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got MLB action tonight. Happy Friday. We got the New York Yankees versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Live play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. So first pitch should be in about 10 minutes on MLB Network. So if you have MLB Network, this is nationally televised. Right now I'm watching our local channel for the Mariners, which is Root Sports. And we are hanging tough with the Rangers, the first place Rangers, 1-0, bottom of the eighth on the road. So it's not like we're getting dominated. Luis Castillo actually had a pretty good game at this point, but we have to manufacture hits and runs. So I don't know if we're going to end up getting this dub. So I'm going to watch probably the last little bit of this. And as soon as the Dodger game starts, we'll get into that as well. But I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. And I got some good photos set up for y'all as well. And it's bottom of the eighth, Rangers 1, Mariners 0. Runner at first. Brash is on the mound for the Mariners, and Corey Seager in the box. Sarah in the building, what's good? Let's get to 100 in donos. Let's do it. Let's go over some of the photos that I have prepped for us today. So obviously, you know, wanted to do the Judge and the Giancarlo Stanton, and we're actually going to have a Giancarlo Stanton sighting today. And Rizzo is back as well. So we're getting two deep competitors that always fight to the very, very end. So it's going to be extra tough for the Dodgers at home to get the dub. But I mean, this is what you want, right? This is like a World Series matchup, American League, National League, and two of the most storied franchises in history. So here I am. So we got Giancarlo Stanton and we got Aaron Judge on the left. We got my guy Clayton Kershaw on the right. And let's go in the starting lineups. Starting lineups for the visiting New York Yankees. Leading off, second baseman Gleyber Torres. Batting second, the future first ballot Hall of Famer, the best in the world besides Shohei Ohtani, right fielder Aaron Judge. Batting third tonight, first baseman, good to see you back, Anthony Rizzo. And batting cleanup, DHing tonight, good to have you back, Giancarlo Stanton. Batting fifth, third baseman, Josh Donaldson. And technically, he's back too. Batting sixth, left fielder, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Batting seventh, shortstop, Anthony Volpe. Batting eighth, catcher, Jose Trevino. And batting ninth, center fielder, Greg Allen. And on the mound for the Yankees, Luis Severino. I like that one. And then I go, ooh! I had to get that Doc Gooden pose. I was like, there's got to be some kind of fire Severino photo that I can find. And that one is litty lit. I like that one a lot. That one's electric. And then let's go to the home Dodgers. And I talked to my dad on the phone today, and we'll get into that here in just a second. Leading off for the Dodgers at home, right fielder Mookie Betts. Batting second, first baseman Freddie Freeman. Batting third, catcher Will Smith. Batting cleanup for LA, third baseman Mad Max Muncy. Batting fifth, DHing tonight, J.D. Martinez. Batting sixth, left fielder Jason Hayward. Batting seventh, second baseman Miguel Vargas. Batting eighth, center fielder James Outman. And batting ninth, shortstop, Miguel Rojas. And on the mound, me and my dad's favorite player Obviously, him for being a Dodger fan, that current favorite player, Sandy Koufax, obviously all time. But the guy closest to Sandy Koufax, me and my dad's favorite, obviously my favorite, not on the Mariners, Clayton Kershaw. Let's go. Let's get it, baby. Clayton Kershaw, record this year could be a little bit better. Started off strong and has stumbled a little bit, but still a 6-4 record. 3.32 ERA, whip of 1.14. He's got 75 Ks, only 16 walks. He's given eight homers. So you want that number to be lower, but still, that's pretty damn good. And for Severino, 0 for 0, 1.59 ERA. He's got 10 Ks, 4 walks, 1 home run. So not as much stats for Luis here, but I will give you the proper representation there with the Yankee logo. Got to look clean. I see you. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it might be a pitching duel today, but hopefully with the talent that they have in the box, we should be able to have a quality game. You can still get some good pitching in, but maybe we can get some home runs and some big hits. And the Stars are going to be out tonight. I am ready to go. Let's get it. And it's 2-0 Rangers, bottom of the 8th, runner at second. And I definitely had a scare last night and today. I got really emotionally down, and I was starting to go down a very bad path. And I might have not even been able to record today. I was starting to get kind of, anxiety and getting depressed, and I've only lost my phone once, right? And I was luckily enough to be able to get it back on my birthday at this arcade that we visited at the beach. I've only had one really opportunity where I could have had my phone stolen or I lost it and misplaced it somewhere. Someone else picked it up and took it or whatnot, right? And I was lucky enough to have that situation happen. Of course, I prayed. I was like, come on, sports gods. I was like, I've never had this happen to me. I'm always on top of it. It's like, I'm not, faded. It's like, come on, right? But I was lucky enough to have my friends with me, called my phone, and luckily behind the bar at the arcade, I heard my ringtone go off. So one of the employees luckily picked it up, and I didn't get it, stolen. So no one tried to steal my identity, go through my apps, steal my money, do all that. So that was, about a year ago or 2 years ago at the beach. And then I wake up this morning and I'm like, I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to go get my Snapples. I'm going to go do the regular routine with Paisley, go on our hour walk. Maybe I'll go to the dispensary and whatnot. And my wallet is missing. And I have never lost my wallet. I'm 41 and I probably had a wallet somewhere between 5 and 10 years old. And I never have lost my wallet even once. Like, you know what I mean? This is a big deal. You know what I mean? And there's been times where I've been extremely faded, but I was still able to find it or figure it out, right? So I check all the normal places. We have this little bin, not in there. Bathroom, nope, not in there. Studio, got to be in there, not there. Then I have to call the restaurant that I stopped by. Then I had to go to the dispensary that I stopped by before that. And then I was like, well, fuck my life, huh? I got my credit card, my debit card, my fucking ID. You don't understand, like, to replace the credit and debit card, you can do it on an app or go into a bank. You don't necessarily even have to talk to anybody, unless you have to change the address that's, where you're going to send it to. But for the ID, you got to get a new one. You got to go in there, show all this proof of, that you are who you are. You got to sit in a line, for hours on end. I was not looking forward to that. And just the stress of, it's like when you don't have your phone. It's the same thing when you don't have your wallet or your purse. It's like they're attached to you. You need those things. And when you don't have them, and especially when you think someone might be trying to steal your identity or take your money, or whatever, not a good thing. But luckily, when I went to go get that Monster Energy drink, it must have fell out of my pocket here at my place. And one of the maintenance people picked it up and turned it in. Thank God, because if it was one of the kids or one of the maybe scandalous people, there goes my, all my wallet and everything. So luckily, that was the last place that I could think of. And luckily, someone, one of the maintenance guys found it. And, I feel really blessed because, I would think, 99 out of 100 times that son of a bitch is gone. That shit ain't coming back. You're fucked. Like you lose your wallet, you lose your phone. If it doesn't turn up in 24 hours, you're probably fucked. You know what I mean? But I was monitoring like the charges on the card and there wasn't any. So I was like, okay, well, obviously this person is either waiting a couple days to see if I'm noticing or not, or, and I got to, get this done. So I was like, well, I might as well cancel them and then get new ones. And then I did that, then went, had the meeting at the office, and then, girlfriend had to go in there and fill out some paperwork anyways. And she asked, if by the miracle of the gods, like, did someone actually pick up a wallet and turn it in? And I got it back. So I feel a hell of a lot better fucking right now. I'll tell you, I was able to go to the store. I still got to wait a few days until I get my debit and credit card. And that's kind of a little bit of an inconvenience, but getting your identity theft or getting money stolen or having an issue like Sarah did, it just sucks. You know what I mean? Having to have that worry. But at least now, I have it behind me, and I don't know how to explain it. But I'm extremely lucky to have only lost my phone and wallet once in my life, and I've gotten them both back by the graces of the gods. I have no idea how, but I guess there is some good people out there, and there's some, humanity out there. So now if I would have waited about an hour, then I wouldn't have canceled the cards, and because I did that first, and then the appointment, to go in the office was like a little later. But I was already at that point. I'm like, well, what are the chances it's fucking there? I was hoping, but at that point you're already losing hope, and I was in bed fucking depressed and shit. I won't lie. All right, Kershaw, first pitch. Gleyber Torres with a nice single. Wow, right out of the gates like that. Yeah. Ooh, that sounds good. Yeah, but at least now, things are good, and now I can put that behind me, and there was no cost to replace the debit and credit, for what I was trying to do. It's just now waiting, and I got to wait 5 to 7 days, somewhere in there. Next up, Hall of Famer, right fielder, Aaron Judge. And we know he's electric. First pitch to Judge. He swings on a first pitch. Get a double play, Dodgers. 1 away, 2 away. Yes. Let's go. So you get an amazing hit right out of the gates from Gleyber Torres, right? Then Aaron Judge hits into a double play. My guy. Thank you so much. And I know how great you are. So I'll take anything that we can get. And let's go, baby. But I was going to get to a point where I was going to be really emotionally down, you know what I mean? It's just not knowing where it is, and, having to go through the whole hassle of, the license and the DMV, and having to have the money, and then I don't have a debit or credit card. And it's like, it's like the worst thing ever besides not having your phone, And what the crazy thing was? At the time when I lost my phone, it was unlocked. So if the wrong person could have, at that time, because I was just going through some stuff and I didn't have, like the thing on, like password or like thumbprint, So if I would have lost my shit there's a good chance that people could have really did some damage to me. So I don't know why I've been so incredibly lucky. I just got to feel karma has to be real, and I try to be a good person and try to be better than I was the day before. And that's the only explanation that I can have, because all my friends, when they lose a phone or a wallet, that bitch is gone. And I never hear them getting it back. I mean, whoa, yeah, Kershaw, strike 3, sit down. Let's go. He's on a heater today. Let's go. But I feel really good that, whoever's looking out, that it was ended up being in good hands, both times. And one time was by a Arcade employee. Arcade was fired, though, let me tell you. And then the other one was here where I live, you know what I mean? But again, there are some shady looking individuals, and the kids, some of them are kind of shady too. So, it just feels good to be able to come out on the other end. And it's nice to be able to see Kershaw wheeling and dealing. And then I talked to my dad. My dad visited his sister, which he hasn't seen in a little bit. And I learned some alarming things about my family that I did not know with other family members and whatnot. But my dad had a good visit, and and I just feel really, really good. And then also, right, another worry that I had, right, because you have your social security card, right? It's a big deal. Social security card, your driver's license, your debit credit card. Those are precious, right? But they always tell you, don't put your social with your wallet, because if you lose your wallet, that's something that people for identity theft or, just you having it to get a job, you have to be able to show that physical piece, right? And I couldn't remember for the life of me when I transferred wallet to wallet with my new wallet, right? Did I leave it in there on accident, or did I take it out? So then I'm thinking in my head, well, fuck my life. There goes my social security, my fucking driver's license, my debit, my credit, all my other cards and shit. You know what I mean? And then luckily, when I got the wallet, it wasn't in there, which made me freak out. So I was like, great, that's the one thing they take. And then I was able to go through some of my other things and I found it. So, I mean, I don't know how lucky I can get, but apparently quite a bit lucky, and I'll take it, but I wouldn't wish that stress. I mean, there was a lot of yelling in this house, and I went through the vehicle. I mean, I went to the places that I stopped by yesterday. I was looking everywhere, and I felt like I exhausted everything. And they always say that cliche, it's always the last place where you thought to look or the last place you look. But, of course, it wasn't still where I dropped it. Someone picked it up. So, Mookie, gone, baby. Mookie, bang, baby. Let's go with a solo dinger. Mookie Betts. 14th homer of the season. 1-0 Dodgers. You know who likes that? Me and my dad like that, baby. Let's go. Fuck yeah. Kershaw doing well. And anytime you can beat the Yankees, it's a big deal because they're very, very good. This would be a incredible ticket. Like if I was rich and I had the ability to go down to LA, definitely if Judge was playing, this would be must-see TV. It's like a World Series preview. Possibly, maybe not this year, but maybe 1 year. That's what we're all hoping for. I know a lot of the old school fans like my dad, want to see the Yankee-Dodger World Series again, like we used to have back in the 50s and 60s back in the day. But Louise, I see you. He's trying to wheel and deal as well. Ooh, I love that photo. That reminds me of Dwight Gooden right there. Freddie Freeman in the box. Come on, Freddie. Let's get to 100 in donos. Let's do it. Daniel in the building. What's good? Oh, no good. But at least you're getting guys called up. So that's good. Freeman? Right off a one hopper. 2 away. Or 1 away, excuse me. Next up, catcher Will Smith. But I'll tell you what, having to wait for a debit and credit card and knowing that your social is intact, knowing that no one used your debit or credit card, there was no ID theft or theft ID, there was no money stolen, there wasn't anything spent, that ends up being a good thing. Oh, dribbler, Will Smith off one hopper. Got him. Wow. I don't know about that. They might have to challenge that. Did he actually get that? Was that Volpe with a throw? Wow. And this is on MLB Network. So if you guys have MLB Network, watch along. It should be a great game. And this isn't just local for me in Oregon. This is around the globe. This is like the nationally televised game. And the only other option, if you're really unfortunate, I guess, is if you get the Orioles and the Giants. But obviously, this is the one to be watching. Those are the 2 games that are shown tonight on MLB Network. Yeah, but I'm a routine person through and through. So, not being able to do my proper routine and get my proper drinks and get my proper exercise in, even though me and Paisley went for a walk. And then I also thought maybe it fell out of my hoodie when I was on the walk and over down by the river. So I went all the way down there today too. So runner is safe. There we go. They reviewed it. Yeah. How much did they end up spending? Was it a lot that they spent or was just a little bit? And did they refund you the money that they spent? You have like a protection or something? Well, that was good that they reviewed that because it did look like Will Smith was safe. I mean, it was off a one hopper way back there. So. All right, we're in the bottom of the first. 1-0 Dodgers off of Mookie Betts dinger. Next up, Mad Max Muncy. Big swing and a miss. 1-1 count. I love games in LA. Like, I love watching games for Mariners in Seattle, but it just, being around Dodger everything since I was a little kid. My dad's been a fan since the 50s. The ballpark, the history, the uniforms. It's just awesome. And then obviously they've added a few things like when they go yard, late at night, usually the lights go all off and it's a party. They go all crazy with it. 1-0 Dodgers, runner at first, 2-1 count to Mad Max. Let's go, baby. I would love to see him go yard today. $40. Oh, okay, good. Do you have an idea of where it came from or how it happened? Besides maybe someone on the internet or maybe a place that you shopped at or visited and you had a maybe scandalous employee that tried to take the info or write it down. Muncy. Back. Gone! Orion says he needs a Mad Muxy home run. He gets a Mad Max Muncy home run. Bang, bang, bang. Let's go. 2-0 Dodgers. I guess, when the sports gods love you, then you just talk about it, and then it happens right away. Thank you. I was expecting later tonight Max would get a homer, not 30 seconds after I say it. Thank you very much, sports gods. They're like, here's your wallet back. Here's nothing taken. Here you go. No need to worry. Boom, 3-0 Dodgers. Well, fuck, huh? I guess that's what it is then. There we go, baby. Next up, DHJD Martinez. Well, Dodgers are at home. This is a primetime game. The Yankees will probably get some hits and runs themselves. Especially if they got Giancarlo and Rizzo. You got Gleyber Torres, Judge, Rizzo, Giancarlo Stanton, and Donaldson. Then Falefa, Volpe, Trevino. That lineup is the best it's been in a minute if the guys that are new additions back into the lineup can actually do something tonight, which would be Rizzo, Stanton, and Donaldson. Well, I'm glad it worked out for you. And I'm really happy that, things worked out because I would have been really bummed if I wasn't able to do this stream. Little dribbler. Go. Safe. Yes. There we go. Do you have MLB Network at your house, Sarah, or no? I love it. It's a home run party. Mookie first, then Muncy. And sometimes that'll happen where you get somebody. Maybe even Freddie or one of the others will go ham tonight too. Or maybe Mookie or Max will go for more than one home run tonight. They're already having a pitching coach already coming out there, which I definitely understand. All right, next up, Jason Haywood. Yeah, well, Yankees are just as good. You guys are the 34 and 24. Dodgers are 34 and 23. It's like identical record, besides like one game off. So, both powerhouses in the American League and National League could be a potential World Series matchup. You already know, normally every year, Yankees, Astros are always going to be very good. Then there'll be a couple others. Last year, it was the Blue Jays and Mariners kind of getting some excitement, right? And then, obviously, on the other side, you're going to have Dodgers and Braves, and then a few other teams that are going to join the party as well. But you already know every year, Dodgers and Braves, it just, you already know what it is. Just like Yankees and Astros. Like, you are shocked if any of those four teams do shitty. Like, that's just what it comes down to. Nice hit right up the middle. Let's go, JD Martinez. Got runners at first and second now. 3-0 Dodgers with only one out. Your boy loves it. Next up, second baseman Miguel Vargas. First and second, still just one out. Dodgers lead 3-0. Big swing and a miss. Yeah, like I said, everyone's got different schedules. So, and I never know, like notifications. If I knew notifications were going to be working properly, I probably wouldn't have to post on Twitter and Instagram all the time or like Facebook that I'm recording. But, it's like you can't really you don't really know who's going to get it, or, and if it's someone that's like a regular or not. And all you got to do is just grind it out, and see what happens. Bases loaded, baby. Miguel Vargas. I mean, these guys are getting ripped up. Luis is getting ripped up, baby. Yeah. Not good for him. 3-0 with the bases loaded in the bottom of the first. James Outman with the big swing and a miss. Come on, James. And this was the Cody Bellinger replacement. 234 average so far, 9 homers, 29 ribbies, OPS of 792 through 55 games. He's got good defense, and I feel the numbers are pretty similar. So, sometimes you just have to make a change. Outman popped up. Yes! Right in front of the center fielder. Go, 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 go. There we go. 4-0 Dodgers. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah, and hopefully we'll get some goats to come through and show some love. Like I said, it's been a really stressful 24 hours with my whole wallet situation and whatnot. I don't like that feeling. That was a terrible feeling. Just like when I had that pit in my stomach when I lost my phone, and popped up, back, all the way to the wall, caught, 2 away. Hayward tags up from third, 5-0 Dodgers. Yeah, baby. Is this a good start for the Dodgers? I know my dad's smiling right now. Let's go. Iowa won. Nice. Heck yeah. I saw that Bama was down by a run a few, that was a while back. I don't know what inning it was, but it was 1-0 when I was on the ESPN page just getting ready to do the due diligence for all the, photos and lineups and everything. All right, baby. Let's go, Mookie. 5-0 Dodgers. Me and my dad are happy about that, baby. Let's go, Mookie. Bottom of the first. Runners at first and second, 2 away. Mookie Betts had a home run earlier in the inning. Can he make it 2? Let's go, baby. Let's go, Mookie. Severino on the corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. And I don't think anyone on the Yankee side felt that, he was going to get roughed up this early. They thought, he'll do okay. I thought I shot 5 in the first. That's crazy. Oh, and it just goes right past the shortstop. Go, 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 go. Yes, 6-0. Slide to third. Safe. Woo! Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Oh, yeah. Let's go. 6-0 Dodgers. Let's go, baby. Next up, first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Everybody already has a hit in the game besides Freddie and Rojas. Holy shit. 6-0 Dodgers. And I did talk to my dad today. He's batting .345, casual, 10 home runs. First ballot Hall of Famer, Freddie Freeman. Good eye, good awareness, and he never chases. That's one thing I really admire about Freddie. I wish Julio would take some notes, for the Mariners and, watching how he does it. But Freddie is so patient in the box, and I love that. You don't get that a lot. Runners on the corners, first and third, bottom of the first, 2-0 count, 2 outs. Dodgers 6, Yankees 0. Let's fucking go, huh? My dad's been a fan of the Dodgers since the 50s, so this is kind of our thing that we share as a bond together. And I do Dodger games in honor of him. Pay homage a little bit. Let's go, Freddie. Yeah, very shocking. I knew that they had a good chance, to get a few runs early. I was thinking 2 to 4 runs by the first 3 or 4 innings would be fantastic, and we can just go from there. But, Freddie crushes it. down first base foul. Now they're just praying that they can get out of this inning. Maybe a little payback for the shredding the Yankees gave the Mariners. I mean, fuck, we lost 10-4 and 10-2, and they ripped us up for 3 runs in each inning in the very beginning too, and I already knew it was over. But the thing is, you could be down by 6. We'll see if we can stop the bleeding here if you're the Yankees. But Yankees have enough firepower in the lineup today. You know, Gleyber Torres, Judge, Rizzo, Stanton, Donaldson, Kiner Falefa, Volpe, Trevino, Allen. I mean, there's guys there. Like I said, we didn't have Judge, Rizzo, and Stanton playing as a trio, and Rizzo, Stanton, and Donaldson are just newly back. So we didn't get any Rizzo or Giancarlo, I believe, in that Mariner Yankee series. So we'll see if those bats can open up. 2-2 pitch. Oh man, he's already at 33 pitches. He's fucked. Oh, inside. Got him. Wow. Jose threw the man out at third base. And Luis is like, holy hell, 6-0? Wow. All right, let's go to the top of the second. Yeah, casual 6-0 lead for the Dodgers. Well, at least it's exciting right out of the gates, where we're not having to wait for when those runs or hits are going to come. And I am excited because I haven't got a chance to see Judge, Rizzo, and Stanton play together in a minute. So this will be cool. See what they can do. Leading off for the Yankees in the top of the second, DHing tonight, Giancarlo Stanton. Batting second in the order this inning, third baseman, Josh Donaldson. And batting third this inning, left fielder, Isaiah Kiner Falefa. He shredded the Mariners. So we'll see what we get here. Let's go, Kershaw. 1K for Kershaw. Obviously, Luis has no Ks. Yeah, ERA, not good. Yeah, that was tough. 8 hits, 6 earned runs in the first inning. Not how you want to open the game up. That's for damn sure. We're trying to get Kershaw to get to 7-4. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go, Clayton. I love it too. And even though he's old, there's not a really a good quality amount of great left-handed pitchers in general. I grew up, watching Randy Johnson and whatnot. And it's just so unique, from people that pitch left compared to people that pitch right. And especially if they end up being one of the best in their generation. And obviously me and my dad have a connection with Koufax, lefty, Ken Griffey Jr., lefty, Clayton Kershaw, lefty. So I don't know what the lefty is about, but we're about it. Kershaw. Oh, he left it up in the zone. Giancarlo Stanton back. Ooh, caught in the outfield. Thank God. 1 away. Not today, Giancarlo. Not today, baby. Giancarlo pops out. Next up for the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. Stanton flied out to left.
Also back is Josh Donaldson. He has not played since April 5th, missing 52 games.
Yeah, hasn't played since April 5th. Come on, Clayton. Ooh, Clayton's pitches are nasty. Let's go. Let's go, Kershaw. 0-2 pitch. Pitch is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Get him. Pitch is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Let's go, Kershaw.
It's probably one of the biggest changes we've seen on the medical side of the game, especially with hamstrings. All major league clubs are very careful with bringing players back too quickly.
2-2 pitch. Uh-oh. Hung it up in the zone. Back. Gone. Wow. He said, first game back, I'll just go yard on you. Wow. Second home run of the season for Josh Donaldson. Had a feeling that he might do something. 446 feet. That was a fucking deep shot. 6-1 Dodgers. So that's good to see that they're fighting. Like, okay, yeah, we got fucked up in the, first inning, but we got enough guys here that we can do some damage, especially with Rizzo, Stanton, and Donaldson playing. They haven't played. So you get those guys in the lineup with Judge and Gleyber Torres, and we're talking. And then on the bottom end, if Falefa, Volpe, Trevino, or Allen do anything, then you're probably in business. All right, Falefa is up next. 6-1 Dodgers. And I was talking with my dad earlier today, and we were just hoping that, hey, if the Yankees win, they win. But hopefully Kershaw plays well. And usually, if he plays well, then that would mean the Dodgers win. Chopper. And Kershaw's still effective. Anytime you can pitch, 14 to 20 seasons and you can still be halfway effective, then, that's what you're looking for. Yeah. Well, they're too good, man. You're not going to goose egg the Yankees. And then he got him. What a pitch. That curve is so nasty. Falefa went chasing. He went fishing. And he came up with nothing. Next up, shortstop Anthony Volpe, which I really love. Out of Yankees roster's got so many names, but it's always cool to see those young cats come up. Volpe for the Yankees, your Jordan Walker with the Cardinals, my Julio Rodriguez. It's awesome, man. And I like seeing Cal's development too. I like catchers, I like goalies, I like defense. So I like those underappreciated pieces. Kershaw, right down the middle again. Popped up, back. Outman. There we go. Well, they stopped the bleeding. They only gave up a solo home run by Josh Donaldson, but I'll take that. All right, let's go to the bottom of the second.
Find your me time.
Next up for the Dodgers in the bottom of the second inning, 1-for-1 with a run. Catcher Will Smith. Batting second this inning, 1-for-1 with a run, 2 RBIs. He had a dinger earlier. You ask and you shall receive. Batting second in the order, third baseman, Mad Max Muncy. And 1-for-1 with a run, DHing tonight, J.D. Martinez. And honestly, I don't think they've used anybody else besides J.D. in almost every game I've done. It's like his position. They're like, yeah, you don't got to play no defense, but just hit for us. And it's been working out pretty good for him. So, well, 7 runs in the first fucking inning. I don't think anyone expected that. Or 6 in the first and 1 in the top of the second. Excuse me. But we'll probably get a few more here if things keep going the way that they're going. Wow, 95. Wow, that's hot. It wasn't that hot today for us. 73, very comfortable. Yeah, I love Dodger broadcasts, though. They're awesome. Like, I wish Vin Scully was still alive. He just had that voice, and there's just certain people that have those certain voices that we are drawn to, like a John Madden and Pat Summerall. That will always be my top. Yeah, I know we have Jim Nantz and Romo, which is, they do a good broadcast together, but it's not Madden and Summerall, And And we already know how I feel about Gus. Gus is like my ultimate favorite. His enthusiasm and energy. He could be calling any game, and you'd be like, Eastern Washington and Idaho, but Gus is calling it. Well, maybe I'll tune in. Maybe I won't watch the whole thing, but he's so good that you would tune into a game just because he's doing it. And I think that having him do NFL is almost like a no-brainer. And it's kind of funny that they don't have him. They used to have him do a few different things. Nice diving catch there in the outfield, one away. Freddie. Oh, yeah, that guy got called out at third, so Freddie was still up from the previous inning. That's the ESPN for you. All right, next up, catcher Will Smith. First pitch strike for Louise. 6-1 Dodgers. 1-for-1 with a single in the first and a run. But I like Vin Scully because of the storytelling. And when you get certain guys that can storytell in between the innings where, they can have a team of, 2 or 3 people in the booth, or it could just be one person or possibly one and another that to chime in here and there. But I mean, Vin was so good. And it was not like just dumb stories. They were like meaningful. And he had so many factoids and so many things that were experiences that he went through or people that he was close to that went through. I don't know if you're going to have another one of those ever again. Bottom of the second, 6-1 Dodgers. 1-2 count to Will Smith. Pitches outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Come on, Will. We got to rough him up. We got to get you. You might have the Dwight Gooden pose there, but we're trying to win this game. Will crushes it towards first base, foul. Beautiful early evening in LA. 2-2 pitch. Smith, right to Volpe. 2 away. Next up, third baseman, Mad Max Muncy. Let's go. Severino outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Let's go. Muncy already with a dinger today. You ask and you shall receive. So kind of how it goes. You say it, then it happens. And when Max gets hot, there is a chance for him to get 2-3 home runs in a game. It's not like he's never done that before. Home run leaders, Pete Alonso with 20, Judge with 18, tied with Mad Max Muncy, also with 18, Matt Olson with 17, and Jorge Soler with, I believe that said 16 or 17 there at the bottom. So Muncy is tied with Judge for second in the league in homers. Let's go, Mad Max. Big swing and a miss. Got him. Well, that was a much better inning for him. He's like, fuck, why couldn't I have done that like I did in, previous? Well, some innings are good, some aren't. 6-1 Dodgers. Let's go to the top of the third. Nice way to rebound back, though, after that horrible inning. I see you, Louise. All right, let's go to the top of the third. Leading off in the inning, catcher Jose Trevino. Batting second in the order, center fielder Greg Allen. And batting third, 1-for-1 with a single earlier in the first inning. Second baseman, Gleyber Torres.
Hey fans, I'm breaking down MLB play. I think it's the best MLB games. Now, my personal favorite, Beat the Streak. You think we'll get a hit? Helping your ass for everything. You can win 5.6 million bucks. The streak's alive. Next up, Pickle. Guess the
Michael in the building. What's good? It's not over yet. Games are long. Once starters go out, it could be a whole new ball game. Every time, things look good, but then once we get to like the 6th or 7th inning, we'll see where we're at. But in most cases, when you have a lead like this, but again, these aren't two regular teams. These are two World Series, type of teams typically every year. They may not get there every year and they may get eliminated, a lot earlier than people want. But, it's usually Dodgers and Braves on one side and Astros and Yankees on the other. You assume that they're going to be great. And when they're not, it's shocking. So let's go Kershaw.
Kershaw's 35 years old, 16 big league season. He's tied with Don Sutton for the most seasons by a pitcher in Dodger history.
See if Trevino can get anything for them. Kershaw, 1-1 pitch. Pitch is low. 2 balls, 1 strike.
He ended up signing a 1-year, $20 million deal. And it would be odd to
Ripped
see
foul.
that uniform.
Let's go Kershaw.
In today's metrics,
2 Ks for Kershaw. 8 more to go.
kind of taking a back seat, but when you're 203 and 91 in your career, that matters. That's one hell of a record.
2-2 pitch. Chop foul. There's a souvenir.
His 2.50 career ERA, Michael, as you know, is head and shoulders above anybody else in the history of the game with a minimum of 2,500 innings. And the 690 winning percentage.
Goddamn, Mango Madness is incredible. 2-2 pitch. That curveball just didn't go low where he wanted it. Count is full. 3-2 count. Come on, baby. 3-2 pitch. Popped up. Right to James Outman. 1 away. Next up for the Yankees, center fielder Greg Allen. Kershaw, slider, 4-seam, curveball, changeup.
By today's standards, the bottom 13th percentile in terms of velocity.
Come on, Clayton.
Back to Greg Allen.
2.50 ERA.
in the live ball era.
Wow. Best in the live ball era? That's wild. I mean, like I said, we've seen where he was dominant, and then in the last 4 or 5 years, there was a decline. Injuries were also a part of it as well. As you get older, you're not going to have the same type of heat as an elite pitcher. You can't keep that same heat, for 15, 20 years straight. You're going to have a little bit of a natural just age and, body wears down in a decline. But, in the last couple, it seems like Kershaw has had a little bit of that light bulb flickering still. He's not as good as he was, back in the day, but there's still flashes where he can play once in a while, like lights out. Ooh, there we go. My guy, Sandy Koufax, baby. Whitey Ford. Man. And Koufax as a lefty, though. I mean, we're talking about the best lefty of all time. Even better than Kershaw. Got him. Better than Randy Johnson. Better than the top dogs. Steve Carlton on the Phillies. Just to name a couple of the big lefties. It's cool because you can see, like, with Koufax, his height, how he did it, and then how Kershaw does it, and then obviously with someone like Randy Johnson, who is, one of the guys I absolutely love. Growing up as a Mariner fan, when I was very, very young, and having those experiences like meeting Griffey, it changes you. And it was always Randy Johnson and Griffey for me. Like those were the guys. And obviously I saw Randy at USC, and then the Expos. I mean, the Expos had Randy Johnson and Pedro Martinez. Think about that for a second. I mean, they had other guys like Oil Can Boyd. Yeah, that's one thing. But like Marquise Grissom. But they had Pedro and Randy. Imagine if they were able to keep that team in Montreal. The Expos could have been fucking crazy good. Andres Galarraga. I don't know why I remember all those things, but just like the baseball cards and the collecting from the 80s. All right, Glaber. Let's see what Torres can do here in the top of the third. Pitch inside. That was a ball called strike. 0-2 count. As Glaber looks down and shakes his head in disapproval. 0-2 pitch.
Maybe one of the prettiest pitches to watch is a really good true curveball like Kershaw features. That's why I call it that Cooperstown curveball. The fans can see it in the stands. It certainly shows up well on television. The big arcane break to it. Just a beautiful pitch.
Come on, Kershaw. 1-2 pitch to Torres. Got him! But that was inside as well. So this ump is called 2 bad pitches for the Dodgers. And he's griping, and he's got a legitimate gripe. Legitimate gripe. You know, you don't want to be one of those guys and act like, well, you know, that's what they get or that's how it's going to be. Because then if it comes back to you and then, you know, that same kind of call goes that way, then you want to make sure it goes the other way too. But interesting calls there. All right, let's go to the bottom of the third. 6-1 Dodgers. Leading off this inning in the bottom of the third, 1-for-1 with a run, J.D. Martinez. Batting second in the order, 1-for-1 with a run, left fielder Jason Haywood. And batting third this inning, second baseman, 1-for-1 with a run, Miguel Vargas. Let's go, baby.
Meaningful actions are not always big, but one by one, they can add up to something incredible. Because when you tap or order online with your MasterCard at restaurants and grocery stores, MasterCard will donate 1 more cent up to $5 million to stand up to kids.
And Sarah and Cyberpunk, thank you for helping out on the Twitter side of things. I appreciate that. You guys usually are pretty consistent with that. And it does, you know, help. You know, you never know what, you know, a person that follows you, you know, that maybe doesn't follow me, you know, at some point, maybe they, you know, they sub or they come through. So Jamie Martinez ripped foul, 0-1 count. Yeah, hopefully we get some more people to come through at some point.
I think it has something to do with the depth perception, as you see that pitch, that view right there.
Popped up.
It's generally a good pitcher's park, kind of a big, fair pitcher's park for one thing, but
Foul, 0-2 count to J.D. Martinez.
at the backstop, it feels like you're on top of the hitter.
I mean, of course, I want to be able to, you know, every streamer wants to be able to have the most successful stream as possible. But honestly, fucking losing my wallet and being in fucking panic mode, like thinking my social was in there, my license, my debit, my credit card, all my fucking cards, all my personal shit, you know, in there, and like not get that back. That was a terrible feeling, you know what I mean? And, you know, trying to retrace my steps and, you know, going back to all the places that I went and, you know, almost giving up, going back. Gone, baby. J.D. Martinez with a knock. Let's go. 7-1 Dodgers. Let's go, baby. But to be able to, you know, anytime you lose a phone or your wallet or purse and you get it back, there's not a better feeling. But a lot of times people don't get that shit back and it eats at them and it fucking crushes you, man. You know, just the thought of having to fucking wait at a DMV and filling out all these fucking papers and all this bullshit, you know, just to be able to get another fucking ID, like a driver's license. That doesn't sound fun to me, you know? I don't know how the DMV is at your fucking state, but I'll tell you, busy as shit here. So that was kind of a relief. Just have to wait for new things to be able to show up. But boom, right in the zone, baby. J.D. Martinez with a blast, baby.
Compared to what we saw in his last outing when he finished throwing 99 miles an hour, tonight came up throwing 95. That pitcher's 96.
Yeah, but both of these teams have the ability to do this to anyone in the league. Just because the Dodgers are doing it tonight doesn't mean the Yankees are scrubs or they fucking suck. They're awesome. Anytime in this league when you're 34-24 or 34-23, and we've seen how things have gone, with obviously the, bigger bags and, no shifting and then the new penalties, against the pitchers and the hitters. Nice catch by Judge in the outfield. But, it's been taking a little bit of adjusting for a lot of these players. And also considering a lot of teams don't have guys hitting over 300, which is really crazy to me. Like if you actually go and look at a lot of teams, batting average, you don't have a lot of teams that have a lot of guys that are batting over 300. Like if you got one or two guys on your team batting over 300, you're probably one of the better teams in the league. That's just, there's so many teams that don't even have one guy. And it's not like they suck. It's just a very difficult year with all this new adjustment. And, some hitters are just not fucking hitting. Remember, 2 hits is 200, right? 2 out of 10. 3 hits is 300. So all you got to do is get one more. It's like to be a good baseball player, you got to hit 3 hits out of 10 instead of 2 out of 10 or 1 out of 10, and you might not have a job. Baseball is definitely the hardest sport. And then to be a good defender on top of that, I mean, I get it. Basketball, football, you all have to have, the talent and whatnot. Hockey as well, but baseball is another animal. Popped up. Vargas, foul. Let's go, Miguel. Yeah, but no Pujols and no Yadier Molina. I mean, that shit happens. Big swing and a miss. Got him. Good slider. I'll give Luis some love for that. Nice pitch. All right, James Outman in the box. Let's go, James. Pitches inside. 1 ball, no strikes. We're in the bottom of the third. 7-1 Dodgers. Popped up. Kanafalefa with the catch, and that'll do it. All right, end of the third inning, 7-1 Dodgers. Let's go to the top of the fourth. Leading off for the Yankees in the top of the fourth inning, 0 for 1, right fielder Aaron fucking Judge. Batting second in the order, 0 for 1 with a K, first baseman Anthony Rizzo. And batting third, DHing tonight, 0 for 1, Giancarlo Stanton. No longer Mike Stanton. Giancarlo. The Bronx Bombers. When they're both healthy, man, they're fun to watch. They're electric. Must-see TV, Aaron Judge. The most must-see TV player. Even more than Ohtani. And I'm Japanese. I'm half Japanese, and that's like, I could always be like biased and be like, bang, bang, Ohtani, just because that's my cousin, right? But, you just got to, obviously with the hitting and the pitching is phenomenal. But after what Judge did last year, it's kind of hard not to watch the at-bats. But those are the two best. Most overall, Shohei Ohtani, pitching and hitting. But the best, Aaron Judge. And you can't really debate it between those two players. The guy plays pitcher, can get you 10 to 15 wins, ERA under 4, sometimes under 3. Sometimes it feels like under 2. Get many, many strikeouts. And then you get a guy that also can go in the box and hit 30 to 50 home runs. That's just fucking insane. And on top of that, he's a Japanese player. We've had like Ichiro and like guys like Hideo Nomo, like pitchers, but never a phenom that was built like an Aaron Judge, but just Japanese, like the kind of like Yao Ming version of baseball, but even better than what Yao Ming was. Facts. It's just crazy to see how great Ohtani has gotten. And same thing with Judge. Kershaw and Judge. Oh, baby. Got him. Let's go, baby. Struck him at. Next up, first baseman Anthony Rizzo. First pitch strike. This ump is really calling a lot for Kershaw. Yankee players are not having it. They're getting pissed, but you know what? I get it. I get it why they're getting mad, because there's pitches that are out of the zone that are being called strike, and it's not just like one, it's many. I think I've seen 4 or 5 now. So it's like, it's already bad enough you're losing 7-1. Don't give us like cheap pitches, where it's definitely a ball, but you're calling it a strike, But again, sometimes these umps have enemies with the players, it seems like. Right down the middle. Chopped. Nice catch by the third base ball boy. Let's go, Kershaw. Oh-2 pitch to Rizzo. Pitch is low. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Doesn't need any help. He's a Hall of Famer. But with that being said, he's so consistent that he's going to get the benefit of the doubt on the edges a lot of the time.
1-2 pitch. Yeah, Kershaw does get the outside. Got him. Yeah, he does get, it's a reputation. It's true. Sometimes you do get those reputation pitches. That is big facts. Sometimes when they're not supposed to be strikes, like on the edges. 5 Ks. Let's go, baby. Next up, Giancarlo Stanton. Obviously, when he's healthy, he's fun to watch too. Giancarlo's a guy that I feel could get like 20 to 50 home runs. It kind of just depends on if he's healthy or not. Big frame like Aaron Judge. A little bit different stance, but we've seen him with some incredible power. Got to be two like deadliest Bronx Bomber, like Canseco McGuire combo that we have in baseball. Do we have anything bigger than those two? I guess Ohtani and Trout when they're healthy, but that's a nice 1-2 punch as well. But Judge and Stanton are intimidating because they're just so tall. Their frame and their arms are so big, and they have so much power with the leg that the home runs don't just go. They go like out of the stadium. Hell yeah, he is. 2-2 pitch for Kershaw. Giancarlo Stanton connects. Back. Gone. Giancarlo Stanton in his first game back that I've seen in a minute, and he goes, yard. Solo shot. Let's go. Like I said, I want Kershaw to do good, but when you got athletes like Judge and Giancarlo, I want to see them homer. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I put them on the thumb for a reason together because I want them to do some good stuff. And I actually can recreate the thumb because they just did it. Let's go. And as soon as it was knocked, Kershaw knew. He looked over and he was like, oh, shit. He knew. He knew it instantly. And Giancarlo, he knew instantly. Nice job. There we go. 7-2. I mean, it's not a full comeback, but it's better than nothing. Top of the fourth, 7-2. Dodgers. Solo home run in the second inning, 1-for-1. Let's see if Donaldson can do it again. Oh, yeah. And that's crazy with that swing. It's like he didn't even really connect on it like in the sweet spot. You know what I mean? Sometimes guys are so good they can swing early or swing late and pull the ball, and they kind of get jammed up. But some guys that are so powerful, they don't even get it on the sweet spot, and it still goes for a home run. That's when you know you got some kind of like beast type of player, and there's not very many that have the arms to do that. And Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Judge are obviously two of those that can. Another strikeout. All right, let's go to the bottom of the fourth. 7-2. At least there's a lot of action. I mean, I'm not sure if I anticipated 9 runs by the fourth, but I'll take it. Next up for the Dodgers in the bottom of the fourth inning, 0-for-0 with an RBI. Shortstop, Miguel Rojas. Batting second, 2-for-2 with a hit, a run, 2 RBI with a dinger early on, Mookie Betts. And batting third this inning, 0-for-2, first baseman, Freddie Freeman. It's a cool photo. Is that his boy? Is that like the one that he's closest to on the team? Yeah, I mean, there's just so many Hall of Famers on both teams. I mean, how could you not want to be able to take a peek, if possible, with some of the greatness? You got some really big names. Mookie, Freddie are Hall of Famers. Muncy is a game changer, and then you got Kershaw, who's a Hall of Famer. And then you got Judge, who's like the fucking best player in the fucking world besides Ohtani. And obviously we know Giancarlo is amazing when he's healthy. You're going to get good production out of Torres and Rizzo. Gleyber is good. Anthony Rizzo is good when healthy, so they can give you something. And then you're getting a little bit of Kiner Falefa. Volpe's young. You never know what you're going to get out of Trevino and Allen. If you get anything, it's a plus. But yeah, a lot of the Yankee players are upset. It's like half the lineup now has got bullshit calls against them. And again, if they're ahead, they're not bitching. But the fact that they're down 7-2, all they want to do is just have a fair shot to be able to get it in the strike zone, not get strikes called that are definitely balls. Maybe it's a Kershaw call, but they definitely have had, I would say, 4 or 5 pitches that were advantage for Kershaw, and they weren't even like that close. They were out of the zone. They were out of the box and still called strike. I would be pissed too. Every Yankee player that was bitching, I totally agree 100%, man. Because if that was the Mariners and I was seeing that, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, what the fuck, man? You just want it to be 50-50, but sometimes it's not that way. And then the more you bitch about it, then you probably aren't going to get that call at all, even more. So it's not going to make the ump be like, oh, I've already made 4 or 5 questionable calls. Now you're bitching about it. Let me not do that anymore. Red Sox fanboy, is he? Well, apparently he's a Kershaw fanboy because he's been giving Kershaw some extra love. I just want shit to be called fairly. And if you're going to do it like that for Kershaw, make sure you're doing that, for Luis or whoever comes in after, where you're going to give him some of those, questionable calls also. Don't have it just be like 5-0. That's when teams get like ejected, and then the manager comes out and then people get pissed, because they know it's competitive. They don't want to look like shit on TV on MLB Network. Oh, that's good to hear. Final score, Rangers 2, Mariners 0. That's rough. We need fucking runs. We need fucking hits. And Castillo actually did pretty well. This is unfortunate. When you lose games like that, 1-0, 2-0, those hurt the most, especially if you end up having a pitcher that gets you 5 to 10 Ks, where you felt like all you needed was a run or two because the pitcher is doing great. And maybe even the guys after him are doing great, but then you just don't fucking get it. Brutal. 3-1 count. Mookie calls time. Strike in the corner, 3-2 count. It's the bottom of the fourth. Dodgers 7, Yankees 2. Great crowd in LA, as you can imagine. Think about how many diehards are out there. Dodger fans, season ticket holders, and then, people coming to their first game this season, and then the Yankees coming into town. So if you're not a Dodger fan, or maybe you have some New York ties, or you just love the Yankees, I mean, there's going to be a lot of representation, except when you go to Dodger Stadium, I mean, it's Dodgers everywhere. But Yankees do travel well. Fans everywhere, every state. Same thing with the Dodgers, every state. Oh, that's good. Good to hear. I'm glad that you found something good after, sometimes, like I told you, sometimes it takes 2, 3, 4, to be able to find that right one. Everyone needs money immediately, and they need to be able to live and survive. But sometimes, just taking that job maybe a little early because you need the money, which is understandable, but it's not a right fit. And then you just have to go through a couple of the not good fits to find the good fits, Like imagine if some of those bad ones didn't either, try to let you go or, like if you were still there, like you were just still like not happy, but it's like a job, So sometimes it can be a blessing, that you could be stuck with like a shit company with like shit people, right? But you need a job. So you're just going to like, hopefully there's at least one cool person to talk to here, and then you decide on how long you want to stay, for maybe the people that are there rather than the job itself, right? And then sometimes getting fired or getting let go, or if they cut you off, and sometimes that's a good thing because then you're not there. And then another opportunity opens up, and then you actually find a fucking place that you like that has benefits, that's willing to work with you and not, try to just let you go. And also depending on the turnover rate at certain places, we know that could be high. Mookie with a walk. That's good. Well, that's not a surprise. You can do whatever you want. You put your mind to it. So that's what you want, right? All right, Mookie to first with the walk. Next up, first baseman Freddie Freeman. Freddie chopped towards first base, foul. I mean, I try to build something like that here as well. It's like it's not going to be for everyone and whatnot. And we definitely don't put up with it as much as others. Of course, like subs and views are great, but if you're getting it from the wrong type of people, you don't want the chat to be toxic.
Now there's a camera in the bullpen that shows each team who's warming up. Because sometimes you can't see into the bullpen. So maybe that camera was not positioned.
Oh, that's good to hear. Especially when you're new. Sometimes they're, companies are not willing. Freddie, back to the wall. Caught. Wow. Freddie, all the way to the window, to the wall. My goodness. 2 away. Next up, catcher Will Smith.
Will Smith takes low and away, 1-0.
Bro, I'm a Mariner fan. I've had to watch fucking 20 fucking years of garbage baseball. So, hey, I already know what it's like. Dude, I already had to watch you beat my ass 10 to fucking 4 and 10 to 2. Yeah, 7 to 2 is rough, but when you're playing a good team, shit happens. I've been in a much worse situation than you, brother. Being a Yankee fan or a Mariner fan, you've had a lot more to, be excited about. I'm 41 and I've been watching probably since I was 5. So I got like 35 or 36 years of Mariner baseball. And I think we've had 4 good years. 95, the Griffey slide. 97, Griffey MVP year. 2001, Ichiro's rookie year, when we won a bazillion games and lost to the Yankees. You should remember. And then last year. So, hey, it's tough. Shit happens, bro. $2 holla. Let's go. Hopefully we'll get a few more goats to come through. Bang, 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 boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang. $2 holla. Appreciate you. 98 to go. Hopefully we'll get some people coming through. I know some people are probably out and about, but I got to grind every day. I can't take days off, so. I appreciate you. Let me know what you want to see for photo. You want a Jordan Walker to kind of show some love for him coming back to the lineup? We can do something like that if you want. You let me know. Bottom of the 4th, 7-2 Dodgers. Runner at first. 1-2 count. Pitch is low. Throw to second is wild. Go, 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 go. Mookie to third. Let's go. Aaron fucking Judge. It's a good one. Aaron Judge is good. Really good. See what other ones we can come up with. I don't know. It's like when you're watching Aaron Judge, it's like mystical. It's like I feel like you're watching, as it were, if we would go back in time and we were like going to see like Mickey Mantle or like Babe Ruth, but like actually see it in the stands and we're like eating popcorn and we're like watching, like that weird kind of aura, or like Jordan in person, or like, but like the Mickey Mantle, Willie Mays, Joe DiMaggio, but like the Babe Ruth. That's what kind of vibe he has. It's like hard to explain unless you're, a fan of baseball, and obviously with the records, and the more records that he continues to demolish, the aura and the vibe and the whole overall just Aaron Judge, presence is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So, all right, end of the 4th inning, 7-2 Dodgers. For the top of the 5th.
Can't help but add to cart. Shop the latest innovations from top brands. It goes from quick to clean, just like that. Final days to save on the Samsung laundry set and the Home Depot. Wake up to baseball's biggest stories.
Robert Flores wearing tweed.
Wake up to big name guests.
Very special guests hanging out in the front row.
This show is tough to get ready for. And wake up to a whole lot of fun. Wearing a robe holding a wooden bar. MLB Central. It is absolutely hilarious. The show baseball fans and baseball players wake up to. The show's starting to pick up.
I love the energy. I love the unexpected performances.
Weekday mornings on MLB Network. Live a little fun on the lab. And 04 champ. Well, hello. A 2013 champ. This is going to be fun. Let's get it on. And a host who keeps them both in check.
Players know who you guys are, right?
It's the Chill on MLB Network.
Oh, I got a new one that's going to be added to the rotation. This next one is dope. Ooh, just after hitting a homer? That one's dope. I like that one.
Saturday on MLB Network. It's time for trivia. Lou Gehrig recorded 200 or more hits, 100 or more walks in 7 seasons.
All right, next up for the Yankees in the top of the 5th inning, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Batting second, shortstop Anthony Volpe, and batting third, catcher Jose Trevino. Kershaw still out there wheeling and dealing. Let's go, baby. 1-0 pitch. For a strike, 1-1 count. Top of the fifth inning, Dodgers 7, Yankees 2. See if the Yankee bats can come alive on Kershaw or if they'll have to take advantage after they pull Kershaw. And maybe that's when the game will get a little closer.
Both teams started slowly this year. Yankees 15-15, Dodgers 13-13.
Yeah. 13-13 for the Dodgers at one point, and the Yankees were 15-15. So it shows you sometimes it takes a while, but then usually you start to figure things out, or you play a bunch of shitty teams in a row. That will always help too. You know, if you can actually get on a little bit of a run. Chopper towards first base. Run, Kershaw. Got him. Yes. Nice hustle by Kershaw to get the flip. I always worry about that when they run towards first. I'm like, run, run, run. And then you got to make sure you don't sprain your ankle and you catch the ball from Freeman that he flips it to you. They're laughing about it right now. Yeah, very hard for him to be a lefty and have to turn that way. It's like against your momentum. Love me some Kershaw.
Nice lead by Freeman. Clearly beats it. There's Anthony Volpe.
Anthony Volpe is up. Popped up foul. I'll show him some love.
So since 1900, David, Roberts has the best.
He's batting 193. Need to get that batting average up. 0-1 pitch to Volpe. Chop towards third. Behind in the count, 0-2. Let's go, Kershaw. 0-2 pitch. Pitch is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
They've done a lot of winning since 2013. These organizations kind of the gold standard. The Dodgers have averaged the most wins over that time.
Chop foul off himself. 1-2 count.
The Yankees were second at 93 wins.
And then tomorrow we are going to be doing the NHL Stanley Cup tomorrow. Saturday at 5. Rojas. Got him. That's going to be fun tomorrow. Florida and Vegas. 2 away. Jose Trevino.
On top to bottom, just good organizations. Draft and develop. The Dodgers are the envy of the industry. Think back to 2006. He was their first pick. Kershaw was 7th overall.
2006. Wow. Trevino with a little blooper. Outman from the outfield throws. Holds him to first base. All right, Jose, I see you. Next up, center fielder Greg Allen. Come on, Kershaw. What do we think of the chances of Florida winning that game 1? I mean, based on how they played so far, you know, is that long, you know, rest going to hurt them or is that going to help them? It's going to be very interesting to see if Florida can get a win on the road in the first 2 games, or at least, you know, one of the 2. But if they get both, I mean, it's going to be so exciting. Like, you don't even know where it's going to go because you already know Vegas will be able to come back down 2 games, no problem. But it would just be shocking if Florida did that exactly, like went up 2-0. Like the first 2 games are in Vegas and they're the best team and you're just the hot team and you beat them. Doesn't mean you would win it all. But then if the next 2 games are in Florida and you're already up 2-0, then it would be, you would think Florida would be able to probably get it done in 5, maybe 6. It's going to be very interesting to see the flow, or if it's traditional flow, Vegas wins 2, Florida wins 2, and then they just kind of go at it. You know, is someone going to steal one in another person's building? You know, and if that's Florida, getting that first win tomorrow would be, probably the best time to do it. Punch them in the mouth, win that first game, and then let everyone know that you're here and that you actually have a shot. That's what's exciting, the little probabilities, you know what I mean? And obviously we know Florida's better than the Miami Heat. We know they don't have a chance, but Florida, I feel, they have a chance, but it just depends on, Sergei Bobrovsky, how great he does against the, all of Vegas's talent. It's going to be so much fun. I'm excited for tomorrow. 7-2, Dodgers, they're going to take a look at him. Hopefully he's okay here. They're like, Greg, are you all right? It's like, yeah, man, I'm all right.
It's such a hard conversation to have. Greg Allen has fought so hard to get another chance in the big leagues. Last thing you want to do is come out of the game with some sort of an injury. See him the check swing right there. Yankee pitch saw something they didn't like. Bad body language. Talks his way into staying into this game.
Kershaw throw to first, safe. Two pitch. Pitch is low. 3-2 count. Count is full. Come on, Kershaw.
So the count is full. Trevino will go from first with 2 outs. Still 3-2.
3-2 count.
The decision came down to, if you pull the plug on
It's going to be like that sometimes. You know what I mean? We don't get the benefit of the doubt like all the other bigger channels. We don't get the same type of support. You know what I mean? So sometimes, it'll be popping. Other times it's a grind.
this guy fit the ball better for what they need. And he works the wall.
Just got to be able to go through the motions. Plus, I got my fucking wallet back. So honestly, you want to be able to have a great day, but if things are going to be a little light and shit happens, then we just grind it out tomorrow, and then we'll make up for it tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get a few more people hopping in. We'll watch some Stanley Cup hockey. So
here's Gleyber Torres, 1 for 2. First and second, 2 men.
I just got to be able to stay positive.
That is Aaron Jones. 7-2 Dodgers who are the top of the 5th.
And honestly, coming to the terms that my wallet might have been gone forever. I mean, I might have not even streamed today. So, that could have affected me for a couple days, but that wouldn't have been good. So sometimes you just got to take a step back. And then, we have other things coming up. Torres outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
There's a late arriving crowd traditionally here. They're still arriving. It's amazing. They're still getting there.
I mean, obviously it's not ideal, you know what I mean? But if we're doing every day, not a lot of people do every day. You know what I'm saying? So. Oh, he bobbled it. Oh, got him. I don't know. It builds character. Not a lot of channels go through, the trials and tribulations. You know what I mean? Like it's either you're at one point or you're at the other point of the spectrum. So it's just sometimes you have to go through the ups and the downs, and then to appreciate everything. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 5th.
Today, I'm doing the Degree Great T-shirt challenge. Let's put Degree Advanced and Spice to the test and see if I get any sweat marks. Final result. Only one winner here.
All right, coming up here in the bottom of the fifth inning, leading off 1 for 2 with a run, 2 RBIs and a K, Mad Max Muncy. Batting second in the order, 2 for 2, 2 runs and an RBI. DHing tonight, J.D. Martinez. And batting third, 1 for 2 with a run, left fielder Jason Hayward. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's nothing, if you've already been a part of this channel for a slight percentage of where I have been, at the starting point to where I'm at now, you know what I mean? It's like I don't get the same type of treatment than others. So it's like I have to really be able to keep like positive more than most, just because it's like you don't really know. You don't really know how many, you don't really know where you're going to be at. In certain categories, you just have to, just work like no one's watching, and you got to work like everyone's watching. You just grind. There can't be a difference. So, and the game is good. I mean, obviously, Yankee fans are probably a little upset. They're down by 5, but we'll still have an opportunity to see if we get anybody to come through. Still, we're still streaming, and then we'll see where we're at. Hopefully, we can end up getting a few people to show some love, and then. We got Stanley Cup on Saturday, and then we'll figure out what we're doing on Sunday.
Has his chance. He's not going to relinquish it without a fight. And look who's back.
Tommy Canely.
He's a free agent, 2 years, $11 million, and this is his first game of the season.
All right, in the box. 1 for 2 with a run, 2 RBIs and a K. Max Muncy pitches outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
He had right biceps tendonitis.
We've been at all opposites of the spectrum. You know what I mean? That, crazy donos, crazy amount, of people. And then on the opposite side too, you know what I mean? Like it's not easy. It definitely takes a little bit out of you, but you just got to keep moving.
Sometimes you just got to turn it off and turn it on again. Just like your computer, just reboot it.
Channels don't get that kind of donation unless it's a special channel. You know what I mean? Like there's people that can get like donations and can have people and whatnot, but when you get into the higher amounts, I mean, it tells you kind of the character of the people that are in the room or myself and what we bring to the channel. So
Tommy Canely, patented changeup, fading down the way, look good.
Bottom of the 5th, 7-2 Dodgers. Muncy in the box, pitches high, called strike. That might have been the first bad pitch called for the Yankees. It was definitely high in a ball, but called strike. 1-2 count. Pitches outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, and I feel like, I'm battle tested, through and through with, everything that's gone on in my life, So it's very hard for people to be able to keep it moving. A lot of times people get, down and they quit, when times get tough. It just builds character. It just, it depends if you're in for the long haul, and if it is truly your destiny. If you're just doing it for the fame and the money, then that will, burn out. That'll fizzle out if that's the only reason you're doing it, But if it's actually like a dream or a goal, something that's actually important, that's gonna, that'll go the test of time. That'll definitely be something that's true and it'll last. And that's what we have. 3-2 pitch to Muncy, popped up. Fly ball to the center fielder. Allen, 1 away. Next up, 1 for 2. No. We will find out. DHing J.D. Martinez, 2 for 2. single, and a solo home run. 2 runs for JD. Big swing and a miss. 0-1 count. Oh, in the zone. 0-2 count. Oh, chopped off himself. 0-2 count. Yeah. And honestly, if it was another regular day, obviously, it all depends on how you react to certain things that are out of your control, right? But I mean, anytime you lose your phone or your wallet, it's not a good feeling. And if you end up getting it back, just imagine that feeling. So, obviously, you want things to be better, but I mean, at this point, all of that stress relieved on, I still got to wait for like the cards, to come, but having the license, not having to do the DMV, having the social, having all that, just have to get the new, like credit, debit card, all that stuff taken care of. That's a fucking relief and a half. Like it's hard to be able to even function and be normal knowing that you don't have your phone or your wallet, with your cards and whatnot. So Candace in the building. How are you? Popped up 2 away. Next up, Jason Hayward. Bottom of the 5th, Dodgers 7, Yankees 2. 1 for 2 for Hayward so far, and hopefully we can get a few more runs. Hopefully they get closer to 10. Yankee fans probably want one of their big 3 to start smashing so they get a little bit closer. 1 for 2 with a single in the first and a run. Pitches outside, 2 balls, no strikes. (2-0) pitch to Hayward. Right in the zone. 2-1 count. I just feel relieved. So, even though it might be a tough day today with the stream, I mean, I'm going to watch this, enjoy this game, spend time with some Paisley time, and then maybe I'll get some video games in tonight. I kind of feel like doing the retro, like the NES. So probably do some of the old school Nintendo games and whatnot. Excite Bike, maybe some Turtles, arcade game, Manhattan Project, maybe some Contra, Super Contra, maybe some Mario. Maybe spend like an hour or two just kind of reliving my childhood for a little bit. And then we'll have the stream tomorrow at 5. So. 2-2 pitch. Ooh, Hayward. Back. Bounce to the wall. Hayward with a stand-up double. Nice. Let's go. Next up for the Dodgers, second baseman Miguel Vargas. Bottom of the 5th inning. 7-2 Dodgers, runner at second, 2 away. Let's go, Miguel. But Kershaw pitched well. That's what me and my dad talked about earlier. We were hoping that he played well. 7 Ks for Kershaw. Not his best work, but I mean, he wasn't bad. Pitch was outside, 1-1 count, but called strike. Miguel Vargas 1 for 2, a single in the first and a run, batting .222, 5 home runs, 25 ribbies so far this season. Pitches outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. That's Friday. Like I said, we got the weekend. I just want to be able to just spend time with Paisley. I got to see what other shows they're on tonight. Adult Swim, obviously, will be something I'll probably tune into, and hopefully I can find some like River Monsters on the TV that I can record. I really like Jeremy Wade. Like I've been really on this River Monsters, and they're like old episodes usually from like 5 to 10 years ago, but they're still so fucking good. He's a great host, and he's a hell of a fisherman, man. Episodes are hella entertaining. Walked him. $2. Let's get to a hundo. 98 to go. See if we get someone to save us today or sometime in the near future. All right, come on, James. Yeah, but I think it's good for you too. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people, they only see it one side of the spectrum, either like you're trying to grow a channel or you're already at, like the peak, you know what I mean? But to be able to go through the trials and tribulations, the good numbers and then the low numbers and the good days and then the bad days, it makes you appreciate, when we can have the goats in the room together and how much it does mean. It's a team effort. It can't be done by just you and me. You know what I mean? Like it all depends on people's schedules and, just everyone linking up at the same point, and then being able to build from there, and building more momentum from there.
Nothing's changed on the uniform front with Tommy King.
Big swing and a miss, 2-1 count. And it's like all the people they know, like it's going to be many different things. And there's always other things that can be touched on, but it's just effort, if you want to be able to come through or you choose to or you don't, So, and then hopefully we'll get some people this weekend. But we don't really know what people's schedules are. And, as we head into summer and whatnot, but just got to grind and, pray and just work hard and then know that, everything will work out. Just enjoying the moment, enjoying the day. I got my fucking wallet back. Like I thought, I got to the point where I was like, man, I'm losing hope. That's not a good feeling. Like losing hope. Like, oh, it's gone forever. Like now I got to fucking get to this realization of all this bullshit that I got to do. Big swing and a miss. Got him. Let's go to the top of the 6th inning.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Thanks to Skyrizi, I'm on my way to clear and thin. 300. You will achieve 90% clear and thin in 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 months a year after we started. Infections and an increased risk. Vulnerability of that may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, have a vaccine or plan to. Nothing on my skin cleans everything.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that was, I couldn't even sleep. I couldn't even snug up with Paisley normally. And it just was too much pain to think of like, fuck, I've never had this happen. And, it's one thing if you get drunk a lot and then you just lose shit, then that's on you. You know what I mean? But if it's like, if I'm not boozing up and it's like, and I'm not acting that way, anytime if you're a heavy drinker and you lose shit or you drop shit and break shit, well, depending on how heavy you drink, shit happens. But when you're not doing that, it's like, man, it's like, I just couldn't believe it. But I guess there is a little bit of humanity that still exists, extremely lucky in both of those situations. Phone one time and then wallet one time. I mean, I don't know if what are the hell are the odds of that happening? To most people, you're lucky you get one of those back, but not both, So I'll take that as a good omen. I'm going to go check on Paisley here real quick.
Official tire of Major League Baseball.
Wake up, America. This week, your Sunday kicks off at the NL Central when the Cards bring some lumber to the Steel City. MLB Sunday leadoff.
Leading off for the Yankees, 0 for 2 with a K, Aaron Judge. Batting second, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks, Anthony Rizzo. 1 for 2 with a run in RBI with a dinger, Giancarlo Stanton. I can't leave now if Judge is coming up. Gotta wait. Kershaw and Judge. I mean, Hall of Fame versus Hall of Fame. 294. 18 homers. You just can't hit Judge in the strike zone. You hit Judge in the strike zone, it's gone. All right, Judge. I got the prime photo of you. Judge, dribbler down third. I really like this one. That's like part of the rotation now. Love it. Great shot, too. All right, Judge. I mean, I wouldn't be mad. I mean, like I said, I don't like Kershaw getting roughed up, but I mean, this is like you're witnessing something special, you know, like when you were a kid, when you got to see certain people play. Calls timeout. 2-2 pitch. Kershaw still wheeling and dealing. Yeah, 7 Ks. Pitch is low. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Oh, big swing and a miss. Got him. Unbelievable. I was trying to go yard. But then he's like, damn, right there. Clayton Kershaw got him. All right, Rizzo is up next. Oh, Rizzo. Back. Foul. Oh, 1 pitch to Rizzo. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the 6th inning. Dodgers 7, Yankees 2. Momentum has kind of died down a little bit, you know, after that crazy start with the 7 runs in the first 2 innings. Pitchers have kind of settled down. 2 away. Yeah, and obviously if you watch the Cubs, you know, with Chris Bryant and Anthony Rizzo, I mean, those were some special memories. If they didn't have those 2 players, there is no Cubs championship to break the curse. It was special. Next up, DHing Giancarlo Stanton. He can homer. He already has. Solo home run in the 4th. His 5th of the season. Been a little banged up. Oh, God, his power is just ridiculous. It's like when Judge and Giancarlo swing, it almost is golf swing-like sometimes. Pops up. All right, here we go. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th inning.
Majority of my patients with sensitivity, I see irritated gums and weak enamel. Sensodyne sensitivity gum and enamel. Relief sensitivity helps restore gum health and rehardens enamel. I'm a big advocate of recommending things.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did, you know, especially if you had some type of relationship. You know, I had one of my friends, Brad, that I grew up with, and him, his brother, his dad, mom, grandma, grandpa, like they were all like Cubs. And then my dad's mom, my grandma was Cubs, you know, because they were just always on TV and whatnot. So yeah, it was cool for them to be able to win, for the people that were still alive and the people that have passed to be able to feel that emotion, you know, from that franchise. So for sure. Leading off for the Dodgers, 0 for 1 with an RBI. Second baseman, Miguel Vargas. Or no, it's Miguel Rojas. Excuse me. Batting second, 2 for 2 with a run, 2 RBIs, and a base on ball, Mookie Betts. And batting third, 0 for 3, Freddie Freeman. That's what happens when you have 2 Miguels in the lineup.
Head-to-head, they played 11 times in the World Series. Dodgers have managed 3 wins, 55 and 63 and an 81. And the Yankees obviously have done a good job on their end. And in terms of Hall of Famers, 16 Dodger Hall of Famers and 28 for the Yankees. Brian Weber takes over. Third pitcher used by the Yankees after their starter Severino lasted just 4. Tommy Kahnle pitched the scoreless 5th. First game off the IL, and now Weber. Miguel Rojas will start off, and there's a strike from Weber.
Pitches outside, called a strike. 0 for 1, sac fly in the first from Miguel Rojas. 212 average so far this season. Big swing and a miss, 0-2 count.
He knows who he is, Michael. He's very comfortable in his own skin. He's not trying to be somebody he's not. He's not a power guy. Sinker slider.
Bottom of the 6th, 7-2 Dodgers. Chopper towards third. Right to Donaldson. 1 away. Next up, Mookie Betts. I just visited Paisley. She's just all snug as a bug on the couch. I put her in my Bucks blanket, wrapped her up like a little burrito, and we'll be hanging out here in just a little bit. Let's go Mookie. 2 for 2 with a solo dinger. Single, 2 RBIs, and a stolen base. What can this guy not do? He's awesome. And I told my dad, I was like, you're going to need a player like that, if you want to be able to win it all. And when he was there, I was like, all right, that's the missing piece. Oh shit, Mookie crushes it. Back on. Let's go. Mookie Betts with another home run. Yeah. That was incredible. It pulled that. Eight two Dodgers.
Now 15 home runs on the year for Mookie Betts, and you can see since 2017. Putting up the numbers.
Next up, Freddie Freeman. Chop foul. Let's go, baby.
For sure thought he was going to be a baseball player, so they named him Marcus Lynn Betts, and his initials for no accident was MLB. And he's lived up to that prediction. He may not be hitting for the high average he once did, but at least provided some positional value.
Let's go, Freddie.
You know, play shortstop now.
Pitches inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Play anywhere in the outfield. That really opens things up for the Dodgers. If they want to trade for an outfielder, they can move him to shortstop. That positional flexibility really.
Yeah, that is crazy that you could move Mookie to shortstop if needed.
Freeman lost one to left.
Popped up. 2 away.
So he is 0 for 4. Again, he has a 20-game hitting.
Next up, catcher Will Smith. Mookie's tiny too, so whenever he gets a homer, it's not like he's big like Aaron Judge. It's skill. It's like timing. It's just crazy when you can see the kind of guys that are a little undersized be able to give you that pop in their bat, and that's exactly what Mookie does. He gives you a lot more pop in that bat based off his size.
Will Smith takes outside 1-0. That's with 2 home runs tonight.
Pitches outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Let's go, Will. 2-0 pitch. Chop foul. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Maybe the most underrated catcher in the game. Having a great year, probably going to make the All-Star team. Deservedly so. 311 batting average.
Yeah, it'll be exciting to see how you guys shape up in the. I got to look to see what the pitching matchups for the rest of the games are.
Walks to 15 strikeouts.
Like, how even are the matchups moving forward?
So you'd say that Will Smith is
3-1 count.
Yes. See what you did there.
3-1 pitch. Oh, pass Volpe. Cole does. Oh man, who's he going against? What's the matchup? Urias? Who's the matchup? Nice job by Will. Next up, Mad Max. Third baseman, Mad Max Muncy. Oh. Bottom of the 6th inning, 8-2 Dodgers. 2 away. Mad Max Muncy in the box. One for 3 with a 2-run home run in the first. Batting .211, 18 homers, 42 ribbies this season. 1-1 pitch. Muncy pops up. Back to the wall. Caught. Muncy retired. All right, let's go to the top of the 7th.
Is a passionate artist, known for loving the outdoors, known for getting everyone together. No one wants to be known for cancer, but a treatment can be. Keytruda is known to treat
Top of the 7th, 8-2 Dodgers.
including certain early stage cancers. One of those cancers is triple negative breast cancer. Keytruda may be used with chemotherapy medicines as treatment before
Leading off for the Yankees in the top of the 7th.
early stage breast cancer and are at high risk.
1 for 2 with a run. RBI and a K. Third baseman, Josh Donaldson. Batting second this inning. 0 for 2 with a K. Left fielder, Isaiah Kainafalefa. And batting third this inning. 0 for 2. Shortstop, Anthony Volpe. Oh, matchups are good. More for you guys, not necessarily for the Dodgers. I'm taking a look. I'm peeking ahead. I'm looking. All right, 4:15 on Fox. What do we got here? 6-0 versus 0-1. Yeah, I wonder what's going to happen in that matchup with Garrett Cole. Yeah, so you guys might just you might steamroll the Dodgers in that game. That's on Saturday, and then the Sunday matchup. Let me look at this. Yeah, because it might get ugly. You'll get payback tomorrow, absolutely. And then we got 3-3 versus 2-0, and that one could probably go to 50-50 down, depending on what other production you get from the lineups that you have in that third game. And then it's just a 3-game set. So Dodgers win heavy in the first, Yankees win heavy in the second, and then 50-50 in the last game. I mean, hell, if Cole loses, that would be terrible for you guys. Grounder to Muncy, 1 away. Nice. Next up, left fielder Isaiah Kainafalefa. Kershaw's still out there. It's my guy. Top of the 7th, Kershaw. He's like, I'm still fucking out there, man. Still wheeling and dealing. Chopper, foul. 0-2 count. 67 years, voice of the Dodgers, Vin Scully. That's remarkable. Brooklyn all the way to LA. That's just, yeah. Storytelling, too. It was so amazing. Like, if my dad wasn't a Dodger fan, I would not know what all the Vin Scully, stuff is about. 1-2 pitch. Pitches outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Come on, Clayton. Come on, Dodgers. 2-2 pitch. Outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Count is full. Three-two pitch. Chop foul. Count is full. See if Kanafalefa can get a clutch hit here with 1 out. 3-2 pitch for Kershaw. Chopped. Fair. Going foul. Perfect.
Looking to get career number 204 win, too, in their 410 career start. So that's a lot of quality squeezed in there. I think about Hall of Famer like Greg Maddux, who had over 700, I think, in 50 career games started. To already be over 200 wins, but that few of games shows you the quality of his numbers and his effort.
3-2 pitch. Got him. Let's go. I wanted 10 Ks and I got 9. Let's go, baby.
So here's Anthony
Volpe
Volpe.
pitches low. 1 ball, no strikes. 16th season. That's crazy. Volpe. Right to Muncy. Bang. Got him. All right. 7th inning stretch. Let's go to the bottom of the 7th. Game's almost over.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Nothing on my skin cleans everything. Ask your dermatologist about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Our roof got damaged during Hurricane Ida last August. We answered some questions on Angie. Next thing we knew, we were put in contact with our Angie Pro. And then that weekend, they came out and we had a brand new roof.
Get started at Angie.com today.
You've been endlessly searching for a new job, but it means you're missing out on everything else.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Create a free Indeed account and get back to the fun while employers search for you.
After Advil,
That's not it.
What about your back?
It's fine.
before Advil. Advil dual action fights pain 2 ways. Advil targets pain at the source, acetaminophen blocks pain signals. Advil dual action.
I think at this point, decent record. I mean, obviously you're not 0-2 or 1-1. You're 2-0. ERA is under 2. So, 9 Ks, with a 2-0 record, that obviously means there's something good there. But again, when you're going against bats like the Yankees and the Dodgers, I mean, you could have a very good quality pitcher, even a Hall of Fame pitcher, get fucked up in a game. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. And then obviously with your boy's 3-3, Domingo. So sometimes you get really good baseball, and sometimes you're going to get shaky baseball, right? So you kind of have to hope that the bats come alive sometimes when you have a 500 pitcher, that maybe is underachieving slightly. But so far from Bobby, Bobby Miller, I mean, like I said, 2-0, the heaters are there. And if you play 2 games, you got 9 Ks, you're probably getting about 4 or 5 a game average there. It's not too bad. Then you want to get it closer to 7, 8, 9, if you really want to kind of establish yourself. But I mean, it's not going to be one of those guys like Walker Buehler or Urias or one of those others. But hell, if you can start developing other guys, that's why the Dodgers are so good. They have arguably the best farm system. You know what I mean? There's so many quality players that, could still be here, but they ended up somewhere else, like even like Yordan Alvarez. Imagine if that bat was, on the Dodgers. Sometimes you just have too many pieces, and some pieces end up panning out more than you ever expected. Bottom of the 7th, 8-2 Dodgers. Martinez fouls it off. Count is still 1-2.
Several batted balls over 100 miles an hour. A lot of good swings up and down the Dodgers lineup. Swing and a miss. Martinez down on strikes.
Martinez down with strikes. 1 away.
Recorded 24 hits and 100 or more walks in 7 seasons. Only 5 players will accomplish this in a season since he retired. I would say Bonds, but he got walked so much I'm not sure if he got to the 200-hit mark when he was in his prime.
My buddy just sent me a message talking about Mortal Kombat 12. He's like, fuck, it's only PS5. Now I got to buy one. And if my buddy said he's willing to buy a PS5, I mean, he already was thinking about it, with the sport games and everything else. But sometimes you get to that tipping point where there's another game that you want to play, and you're like, well, that's the only way. All right, come on, Hayward. 2 for 3 today, single, double, and a run. 240 average, 6 homers, 13 ribbies this season for Jason Hayward. Popped up. Oh, they run into each other. But they are okay. 2 away.
So much so, I'm not sure even if Allen even called it.
Pitches inside. 1 ball, no strikes. We're in the bottom of the 7th, 8-2 Dodgers. But like I said, Garrett Cole's coming tomorrow. And it's going to be against one of their lower pitchers. So there is a chance to be able to have the Yankees win the next 2. It's not going to be a Dodgers sweep. I'd be probably pretty shocked if it ends up being that. I mean, I would assume Yankees will get the dub, get revenge tomorrow. And then obviously 50-50 on that last game. It's whoever's bats come alive. Pitches outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Vargas, dribbler. 1, 2, 3. 8-2 Dodgers. Let's go to the top of the 8th.
We made our own tequila, so we'd always have a reason to get together. So you'd always have a reason to get together. Grab a glass, amigo. Our classic, enjoy the classic.
Well, you'll find top-ranked retail appliances that just fit in-store and online. They'll fit your budget, your space, and with innovative features, they'll fit your favorites too. Final days to save on this exclusive LG kitchen package at the Home Depot.
Yeah, plus the Yankees are on their 3rd pitcher. They still had Kershaw going. Yeah, anytime Kershaw gets to 9 or 10 Ks, chances are, I would say 90% of the time they're winning that.
Rinvoq is not steroid, topical, or injection. It's 1 pill once a day. Many taking Rinvoq saw clear or almost clear skin, while some saw up to 100% clear skin. And they felt dramatic and fast itch relief, some as early as 2 days. That's Rinvoq relief.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight.
Not JT in the building. What's good?
Serious infections and blood clots, some fatal. Cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer. Death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occur. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq.
All right, we're going to the top of the 8th now at bat. 1 for 2, Jose Trevino. As long as that's all updated, we'll find out. Not much, man. Just grinding it out. I fucking lost my wallet and was in absolute hell. You know, thinking of all the horrible things that could possibly happen, like thinking maybe my social might have even been in there, my driver's license, my debit, my credit card. It's a horrible feeling when you end up losing your phone or your wallet. You feel like so hopeless, especially if you go back and retract your steps and you go to like every place that you went and you're like searching like a madman, you know. And luckily, the 2 times that I've lost my phone once on my birthday a couple years ago, got it back by a miracle and not fucked with, and then lost my wallet. Thought, fuck, it's gone, you know, and I didn't know how long I should wait before trying to cancel all my stuff. And normally when it's like 24 hours or close to 24 hours, you feel like there's no chance, you know, like if you already, you know, called the places or went somewhere, it's like, it's fucking gone. And then just the whole idea of going to the DMV, having to get all the paperwork and then having to, you know, get the new, you know, debit credit card and then having to do the whole DMV thing. I mean, it's just fucking nightmare. And then it's social on top of that. If that was in there, I was like, oh my God, like, you know, not a good look, but luckily, you know, social wasn't in there and I ended up getting my wallet back and not fucked with. Cards canceled. 2 cards, but you know, I'll have to wait a couple days and get that. But you know, not getting my identity stolen, not getting my cards stolen or used, or you know, and actually just having that comfort that you know I actually have my phone or my wallet. You know, it's like it's a horrible feeling, man. Like I said, I definitely was not in a good move. It was tough. Bro, and I've never lost my phone or my wallet. Like it's 1 in 1, and just I don't know how the hell I prayed. I was like, I don't know how the hell this is going to happen, but I just got to pray that somehow, some way, that I get my phone back like I did, and I get my wallet back. You know, it's not like most people when they lose it, it's gone. I mean, it's you know, you're never getting that shit back, but every once in a while, people get lucky. All right, we're in the top of the 8th. Willie Calhoun in the box. Runner at first. Top of the 8th, 8-2 Dodgers. All right, Willie. I'll say they had to pull Kershaw at some point. 1-0 pitch right on the corner. Called ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Come on, baby. Popped up. One away.
Strength of this potential in the Yankees lineup. And then we'll get back to asking questions about.
Next up, second baseman Gleyber Torres. 1 for 3, single in the first, batting .269, 9 home runs this season. Pitches inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Almonte, come on, baby. 1-0 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. 1 ball, 1 strike. Come on, baby. Yeah, definitely. The Joker is the best player on the planet, and they're definitely winning. Like it just depends on if it's going to be a sweep and they shock the world, or if it's in 5 And then hopefully for Miami fans, at least it's in 6. So that way they can say, well, we at least got 2 games on them, but it's sometimes you just, the writing is on the wall, and this could be the beginning of a dynasty type of thing. And we'll have to wait and see if they become a baby Spurs type of team with the Joker. I mean, that's like the only team that would have been able to maybe give them a little bit of a challenge is maybe the Bucks with Giannis, because then Giannis and him would go at it one-on-one, so that would slow him down a little bit. That would be the most entertaining finals, having Giannis and the Joker go at each other. Pitches low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Maybe we'll end up getting that next year. Maybe that'll be what we get. So, oh yeah. And then Miami was one of the worst shooting teams in the league, and then they just got it clicking at the right time and got into the play-in, and then ended up going a lot further than people thought. That Uncle Mo, that momentum, and sometimes you can stay hot for a quarter. Sometimes it's a game. Sometimes you get hot for like a month, and then you just keep sizzling, and at some point, usually you fizzle out at the second to last game or the championship. It's very hard to keep it hot and sizzling, as that, kind of underdog team, and to be able to be Cinderella and go all the way. And that's why when we have these Cinderella stories, a lot of them fizzle out. They don't, if you have 10 Cinderella stories, you might get 1 that actually goes all the way and finishes the job. So, yeah. Yeah, well, you got the Joker and then Jamal Murray, right? And they drafted Michael Porter Jr. to be the shooter, but he got hurt a lot. He was injured. And then bringing in, Aaron Gordon was perfect, kind of a poor man's Blake Griffin, gets you like rebounds and dunks and bullies his way inside, kind of like a Charles Oakley. And then obviously with who else do they got out there? Oh, Caldwell Pope, so the former Laker and Piston. So you get, a little bit of scoring, a little bit of defense, but not too much. But, someone that can get you 10 to 14 points. And that's always good for like your 5th guy. If your 5th guy on the team can get 10 to 14, that's pretty good. So, yeah. And then obviously the Joker is so talented that, he can not ball hog it, have like 6 points at halftime, and then still end up with a triple-double. And he's the best passing big man in the league. I mean, he's like Larry Bird. I mean, the guy passes like a point guard. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, it's going to be cool to be able to see. He doesn't look like a superstar, just like a big, tall white guy, big, tall Caucasian dude, European dude. But, just because he doesn't look and he's not ripped with a bunch of muscles and he's not doing a bunch of 360 dunks like a LeBron or like Kevin Durant early in their careers, sometimes, doing the fundamental stuff and being boring like Tim Duncan, you end up getting the rings. So definitely excited to see where it goes. Yeah, but Miami's got no shot whatsoever. And I honestly would not be shocked if they sweep. It's like normally I never say that. I would only say that, in a very, very special circumstance, like even in the Warriors or, winning a bunch of games. Sometimes you just know that the other team is good, but they're just not good enough to win 4 games. They're good enough to win typically 2. And that's why most series in hockey and basketball end in 6 games, right? But every once in a while, you just get that dominant team that just, punches their, ticket all the way to the championship, and then they just keep punching. And they keep, throwing haymakers and uppercuts, and you get them, 4-1. And then every once in a while, if you get lucky, you get the 4-0. And I definitely think the sweep could be possible. I mean, I don't want a sweep. I don't want Jimmy Butler's legacy to kind of take a hit because they were hot and then they just fizzled out. But fuck, man, when you're playing the best player in the world, Jimmy Butler ain't the best player in the world. It's like you got to have like a Giannis over there, like Embiid and a few others if you really want to hang. So. And Jamal Murray is very underrated too. Yeah, I mean they're the only rebounding defensive type of team in the league too. And if you think about those type of teams, like the Detroit Pistons with Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton, Tayshaun Prince, Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace, they were able to overcome and beat teams that were probably better than them. Just based off having that no ego, and let's just play defense and rebound, and we're going to do that really, really well. And you don't get really defensive-minded teams, and to me, Denver's the only one in the league. So if you have a team like that, and you have the best player in the world, or top 2 with Giannis, with the Joker, triple-double machine, like, how do you stop that? Like there's one guy maybe in the league that could like slow him down a little. Giannis. I mean, besides that, I don't think anyone else, even Embiid, would get fucked up, I think, by the Joker, honestly. I think Embiid is good, but he's not Joker good. You know what I mean? Like Embiid could end up turning into a Hall of Famer, possibly, and he'll be a very, very good player. He'll be known as like the best center, but he ain't no fucking Patrick Ewing. He ain't a Olajuwon or a Shaq or a David Robinson, at least not yet. So, but the Joker is like, you know, going into like another stratosphere, like Dirk Nowitzki, you know, he's like a Dirk, Luka, Larry Bird all in one. And he's like, sometimes he even dribbles the ball up the floor like a fucking point guard. It's just crazy to see these European players play with such finesse that it don't even matter when they're like 6'9", 6'10", 6'11". They can still like have skills like a point guard or a shooting guard. And my favorite thing about the Joker is passing ability. You know, for him to be able to, you know, throw dimes like Larry Bird is just like a breath of fresh air. I don't see too many big guys that have that and one like street ball court vision. It's fucking amazing to watch. Yeah, a little Tim Duncan, a little Larry Bird, a little Dirk. I mean, he's got a little bit of a, you know, he obviously has his own, you know, type of player. But what makes him so dangerous also too is that he just doesn't look like he's a good basketball player. He just looks big, you know. So obviously a lot of people probably take him for granted, you know, since he's just not ripped, you know, and he's not doing the 360s like, you know, trying to be in the Sports Center top 10. More fundamental basketball, and his basketball IQ is through the charts. Pitches inside, 2 balls, no strikes. 8-2 Dodgers in the bottom of the 8th. Takes a strike. Come on, Mookie. Yeah, you wouldn't even need that. Yeah, but Clay and Steph with the Joker, that would be ridiculous. Can you imagine what that would be like? He would be doing so many like crazy passes behind his head. You know, it's like I haven't really seen too many guys that are really great at passing. You know, Magic Johnson and Bird, if you go back and look at the highlights of them in their prime, there's nobody in the league right now that passes like them. Like, you know, and then you've had guys like Nash and Jason Kidd that, you know, even are probably better than most of the guys in the league now at passing. But as far as passing with flair and finesse and pizzazz, yeah, you're not going to get anybody better than that Magic Bird. When they were doing their thing, there was nobody better. I do like white chocolate, though. I did see a video with the professor and white chocolate, and the professor was asking white chocolate, Jason Williams, how to do the behind the elbow pass like he did in the game, and he was trying to get him to teach him how to do it. Little short video that I watched, and obviously the professor is here from Oregon from the N1 tour, so one of the more successful guys that did the N1, obviously being pretty much the only white guy, you know, on there, and just being from Salem, which is kind of wild, which is not too far from me. It's like an hour away, 45 minutes away from me. We got some hoopers out here in the Northwest. All right, bottom of the 8th, 8-2 Dodgers, runner at first. 2 outs, 0-1 count to Freddie Freeman. Let's go, Freddie. Yeah, that would be wild. Yeah, and especially if they actually win this year by a sweep and then they build a dynasty, like, you know, it wouldn't be that crazy to think Denver winning back-to-back, or if, you know, depending on how the rest of the league looked, if they ended up three-peating. Like if the Joker is in his ultimate prime right now and then he plays just like he's playing right now the next 2 years, I mean, who's to say, like, who can beat him? You know, maybe Giannis, if the Bucks are on this exact same playing field, maybe that team. But besides that, I mean, who else? I mean, I'm drawing a blank because I don't know if Boston and Philly are there yet. We got to see what those coaching, you know, moves look like. They're hanging with Missoula, which I don't think is the right move. So Boston is already partly eliminated. And then we'll see what the Sixers get with their new coach. Ness.
closer years.
3-1 pitch. Got him. Big swing and a miss. 3-2 count.
It's going to allow bets to go on 3-2 outs.
Diamondbacks are good this year. Freddie right up the middle. And Volpe catches it. Wow. No runs there. All right, let's go to the top of the ninth.
Baseball history. Pumping that right arm, lifting around the bases, one of the biggest home runs of all time.
Friday Night Baseball on MLB Network is presented by Expedia.
Yeah, tomorrow will be better. I'm going to go check on my puppy here real quick. I hear her whining.
From medium rare to well done. So many ways to save. Like Friday, wallet happy. That's $3.65 by Whole Foods Market. I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Thanks to Sky Rizzy, I'm on my way to clearer skin. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clearer skin in 4 months. And Sky Rizzy is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections, or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Nothing on my skin means everything. Ask your dermatologist about Sky Rizzy. Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
At Davis, we rent cars, unlike anyone else rents cars. Because for 75 years, we've only had one plan. To make sure you keep yours.
I'm Peter Davidson, because before 11 a.m., I like to keep it toned down and simple, just like Taco Bell breakfast, with fluffy eggs, sausage, and a crispy hash brown. Isn't that right, co-host?
All right, last chance for the Yankees.
I don't know.
White Sox, Yankees, MLB Network's Wednesday Night Showcase, live at 7 Eastern.
They will make every moment more. And Strawberry.
Oh, Darryl Strawberry. Oh, they're going over the guys that played on both. Joe Torre and Don Mattingly. Kirk Gibson. Phil Bickford coming out. Only 4 hits today for the Yankees. But again, you might get an exact replica of this game, but just going in the Yankees' favor tomorrow. Kershaw today for us, right? And then they're going to have Garrett Cole, who's like 6-0 tomorrow. Like, and then they're going to go against a pitcher that I think like Grove is like 0 for 1. So it's definitely going to be probably an exact flip in the score. And then the last game will be, 50-50 probably at best. So. All right, Rizzo in the box. Let's see if Rizzo can pull something out of his bag. Chop foul. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two 2-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. 2-2 count.
We saw that shot of Kirk Gibson going around the bases. It's such a memorable shot because his knees were really bad.
2-2 pitch to Rizzo. Check swing. Did he go? Didn't go. Count is full. 3-2 count.
Television history and baseball history as well.
Ooh. Chop towards first base, but Freddie Freeman is right there. 1 away. Yeah, it's crazy sometimes on how slow things can be. You know what I mean? I don't know if anyone else would be able to do what we do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think people really get it. They don't understand, the highs and the lows and whatnot. people always can see the highs, and see like the huge dono days and whatnot, but at least the game, Dodgers won. Kershaw looked good. My wallet was found, so I just got to keep a that kind of perspective. But we'll get a better turnout tomorrow for sure. 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. All right, Giancarlo. Big swing and a miss. 1-2 count. Absolutely. Like I said, I don't think anyone else would be able to because we already know what the potential is because we've been able to see it before. You know what I mean? It just sometimes it sucks when things have to be a certain way. You know what I mean? But being mad or complaining about it ain't gonna make it any fucking better. You just got to keep going, right? You need loyalty, you need commitment. Knowing that brighter days and better days are ahead. Yeah. I think gratitude, and appreciation, if you have those things in your life, then you see things differently. Of course, everyone gets fucking upset and pissed off and irritated. But if you can just get to a point where, you just know like getting more pissed at that point isn't going to make it any better. If anything, it's going to make it fucking worse because then you're just going to, give yourself a nervous breakdown and a mental breakdown and then make bad choices and then start doing shit that you shouldn't do. And then you're even in a deeper hole. So, shit can fucking snowball real quick with bad news. Let me tell you. All right, in the top of the ninth, 1 out. Bickford on the mound. Giancarlo Stanton in the box, 3-2 pitch. Chopped foul. Yeah, I think based off the channel and what we've been able to experience on the good side, both getting puppies and getting dogs, I think things have been, for the better, since the commitment started, with, trying to be able to, have that status and whatnot and put in that commitment and grind. So, it's like I said, just the more goats show up, the better it is. And then once that happens, then you get more people seeing that more people are there, and then it snowballs that way, but I guess every once in a while, it just, it ends up being something like this, But we got Stanley Cup tomorrow, so that'll be something to look forward to. Oh, high fly ball, back. Gone. Donaldson with 2 homers. Wow. See, he's like, I'm back. Okay. 2-run home run right there, too. 8-4. Just imagine if they weren't down by this much. Like, we would, imagine if it was 4-2 at that point. Then it's 4-4. 8-4. Wow. That is a big confidence boost for him. Yeah, I think my mental health is better. Obviously, being able to have people that you can relate to and have that commitment. So it's not only like doing the streams, but it's like therapy a little bit. And talking about the day and what's going on in sports. But then it's like just being able to do your like afternoon or evening routine, but you're doing it with people that are doing the same thing as well. Just seeing what the best event is while they're managing shit at the house. Whether it's like laundry or games that they're watching or whatever is going on at the crib, eating, relaxing. Wow. Was nice, Homer. Next up, Isaiah Falefa. They're down to 1 out in the top of the ninth. They're down 4 runs, but that's much better than being down 6 runs. Chop foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's why you never can count any team out, until the very, very end, especially if it's like Yankees, Astros, Dodgers, Braves. Like, you just never know, what might happen. One slip up. And obviously when you have pitchers that are just coming in, they might be, not locked in. Like I said, you got the starter and then everyone after the starter. You don't really know if they're going to do good. In most cases, they do shittier than the starter. So nice effort by the Yankees. That'll carry over into tomorrow. Big swing and a miss. Got him. 2 away. And then last up for the final out, shortstop Anthony Volpe. Yeah, it's like you can have people, that are in the state as well, but sometimes it's just about the amount of time spent, All right, when the top of the 9th, 2 away, Bickford. Pitch low and inside, 1 ball, no strikes to my favorite new up-and-comer, Anthony Volpe, besides probably your Jordan Walker. I'm glad that he got called up, but he got called up really based off an injury of another player, not that they, were like felt bad for bringing him down, That didn't make any sense to me. Like, there could have been someone else you could have brought down if you were thinking about bringing someone down. Why him? Like, he wasn't playing like shit. He was actually playing pretty decent. So, unless they thought he was a liability on defense or something, and then they liked the hitting, but the defense was a liability, something of that nature maybe. But all right, 1-2 count. 1 more strike, and this game is over. Same. Big swing and a miss. Got him. Final 8-4. Dodgers win. Dodgers win. So I'm going to spend time with Paisley, and then we'll go back at it. Obviously tomorrow at 5:00, and we'll be doing a little Stanley Cup action. So that'll be cool. We'll get to see the Florida Panthers. They've had a lot of time off against the Vegas Golden Knights, and we'll see how that goes. It should be pretty fucking exciting, and we'll do that at 5. And what do we have here? Bottom of the 9th, Orioles 3, Giants 2. They just turned on here. So, but I appreciate you. Like I said, not every stream turns out to be what we want, but there's always tomorrow to be able to grind it out, and we'll get some more people to come through tomorrow, even though it's the weekend. So appreciate you and everyone that came through, commented, donated, shared. I love you guys and I appreciate you guys. And we'll be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific time for the Vegas Golden Knights versus the Florida Panthers in the Stanley Cup game number 1. And I got one question for you. Who talks sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Gang.